Hey guys, good afternoon. I am Jenny with Roots and Wings Furniture, and I am coming to you live today from my dining room. If you are anything like me, we were looking at the calendar. I was looking yesterday and I thought, holy cow, next week is already Thanksgiving. Cannot believe it. And if you were with me in the Space Lift series, I showed you I did a little bit of a dining room, like a mini dining room makeover, and I didn't really finish. So I was thinking about an area of my dining room I want to work on, and I'm really excited because I've been wanting to do a video on how to do vignettes, and I just wasn't sure how to convey it, how to show you properly, give you some good tips to take away, and I think this is it. So again, I'm in my dining room getting ready for Thanksgiving. This is something I've been thinking about and collecting bits and pieces of for at least a year now, if not more. And I'm sure that you have some spaces like that too. You pick up things along the way. You think, oh, this will look really good here, and then it just never gets hung. And so I had several things like that it was just time, since it's Thanksgiving next week. We don't usually entertain a whole lot of people, but it's just good motivation to get a few things done, checked off the list. Not that it's going to stay like this forever, but it's going to look good when we do it here. So we're going to go over a couple of the rules of vignettes and hopefully give you some ideas. Keep in mind it's an art, not a science, and so all rules are meant to be broken, especially design rules. For as many good design rules as there are that many people breaking them, and it looks awesome. So keep that in mind. I'll try and give you some guidance and some tips, but it's a little bit hard to convey this. It's something that you just have to do it and like it. You kind of have to work it and try different things and get it to a point that you like. So we'll just try and go with it. If you are watching and have any questions, I would love for you to ask as I go along. It's a lot better to have a conversation than just me chat at you. So if you come in and have any questions, let me know. And if you're watching on the replay, thank you for hanging out. You can still type in your questions, any that you might have, and I'll be sure to go through the comments and respond. So feel free to ask any questions at any time. Okay, so what I have behind me in my dining room is a mini buffet. This is the only size buffet that will fit in the space that I have, and I want to decorate above it. Now, a vignette is just a landing place for your eye, so it is a decorated space, and it's just a place for your eye to have attention drawn to and to land, and it usually comes together with several different elements. So let's go over a couple rules real quick, and then we will get started. First rule, things look better in odd numbers. So think 3s and 5s and 7s, obviously, rather than 2s and 4s. I'll show you what I'm going to do in odd numbers here. Conversely, though, symmetry is often something to look at. I really like symmetry right now. On my mantle, on a dresser, if you can have 2 lamps on either side and make it symmetrical, I think it looks really sharp and clean. But again, as often as there is symmetry, then there's asymmetrical things that look just as good. See what I mean? It's hard. Also contrast, and we're going to go through some contrast things. And actually my first piece is a good piece of contrast. So I said, this is my buffet. I've refinished the top wood. The bottom, it's hard to see, but it's navy blue, coastal blue. Love that color. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a mirror on the top. And I've shown you these before. You can get the tutorial on how to make one yourself. rootsandwingsfurniture.com/window mirror, all one word. So it is one of these cool old windows that I turn into a mirror. We also have a couple of these available if you need one immediately. We have a red one and a light blue one. So let me know if you need one. So I'm going to take my window mirror and hang it up. And mirrors and pictures don't hang as high as you think. You want it to be straight on when we're looking straight on. So I've already kind of figured out where I want this, and I'm going to hang it up. Hang it here. Just like that. Now my contrast is that we have this nice, clean, refinished wood top. The window is kind of chippy and old. It has the antique mirror thing going on. While it is all a vintage look, there's still the contrast of the nice, clean, new wood with the old mirror, okay? So we're starting off with an old mirror, and like I say, it's not too high off of this. It's right at my eye level. If I'm looking at it, it's right straight in my eyesight. So that's something to keep in mind when you're hanging a mirror. Straight on. Pictures too. Now, I love these mirrors when we put a wreath in front of them. And this is super easy. If you're hanging a wreath, you can change it out for fall, for Christmas, for summer. My wreath is a boxwood wreath. And even still, I can stick some picks in for Christmas, for fall. I have told you several times my house color is kind of green, so I really like the boxwood wreath because it's just classy and green. And it looks alive even in the middle of winter. So I'm going to stick this up, hanging up right on top of the mirror. The nice thing about the window mirror is it has the wooden frame, so you just put a nail in the top and you can hang anything there, okay? So I've got that, just like that. So then I picked up this fun gather sign, and I got this off Etsy. I painted mine white. I will give you a link when I do a blog post on this, of where this came from. Super fun wood cutout. I know these are kind of all the rage, but I wanted the white against the dark color paint. So try and think of the contrast of your colors. I have my navy blue against my white, and this white is going to go on top in the dark. So I put a couple nails in the wall already. I'm just going to hang this right on top of everything. See? Just like that. So we've got our gather sign. We're moving along. Now, the next thing I wanted to show you is, this is something I've been collecting. These are some old pie plates, and I just thought they're super cool. They have the old print on them, and I want to hang them up on either side of my mirror. This thing, I'm going to show you. I gave you an affiliate link up on the top. These are, what are they actually called? Flat iron discs, and it's glue. So you actually glue it. Comes with the glue. You soften up the glue and you glue it to the back of your plate, and then you can just hang it on the wall. And it looks not sturdy, but it is. I've had plates hanging up on the wall for a long time now. They don't fall off. So these are awesome, and they're flat. So it's really easy to position on your plate, and you can hang anything. So keep plates in mind. Are great decor. Even the cheap melamine plates from Target, they have some great patterns on them, and they can really make a really pretty display. Even white plates, if you have a darker wall. I've seen silver platters. I just saw silver platters, and they were so pretty. So think of some cool elements that go with your room. This is the dining room, so obviously plates go really well. You might not want to put them in your bedroom. Maybe you do, but just keep that in mind. So I'm going to hang up plates. Now I have 4 plates, so I'm not doing odd numbers here, but I'm going with symmetry because I want 2 on each side. Also, I just happen to have 4 plates. You know, sometimes things go like that too, right? Something I noticed in a little trick, I don't know if you can see this one. One of them I glued on there a little off. So I grabbed these little bumpers. These are like plastic cabinet bumpers. And I'm just going to stick one on the wall behind the plate. And then I can adjust the plate and it'll just kind of stick to the cabinet bumper and it won't move. So these are a great handy little thing to have around. So I'm going to put this right behind my apple pie plate. And then it'll just stay exactly where you put it. When I'm hanging up these plates with the hook on the back, all I do, it's really unscientific, I stick my finger on the back of the plate like this with my finger in the hole where I'm going to hang it, and I put it up against the wall where I want it, and then I just hold my finger there, and that's where I put the nail in. And guys, nail holes, don't be afraid of nail holes. You can cover them up with a little tiny bit of spackle dries in like 2 minutes, or even white toothpaste. Don't worry about your nail holes. You just get your plates, whatever you're hanging up, get it in the right spot. You can always fill those nail holes later, okay? Don't let them stress you out. Alright, so I've got all my plates. So see, that's where we're at. Looking good. Now, for the buffet top, I don't want to add too much because I really want it to be cleared off so I can put food on it. Obviously, that's what it's for, but it's still fun to have decorations on it for when I'm not using it. So I like things that can be quickly moved out of the way. They can come off quickly, cleanly, easily, but still giving a little decor. So still going to my symmetry here, guys. And I have a pair of silver candlesticks with white candles, and these are kind of tarnished, and I just love the tarnished silver look. I'm kind of a fan of this. So that's how these are. They could be shinier if it's having a fancy party or something, but this is the look I like. Throw them on either side. Just like that. Keep in mind you don't want to burn your wreath, so if you're going to burn them, pull them out a little bit. And then I just want one thing in the middle. Here, I'm going to put this bowl of pine cones right in the middle, so on my buffet, it'll be odd numbers. So I have my 3 things on the buffet. And then I have my symmetry on either side, one wreath in the middle with the gather sign on the top. Okay, I've got to tell you one more thing. I am obsessed with glitter spray paint. I didn't try it for a long time because I kept hearing that the nozzle would get clogged. Check this out. It has gold glitter, and I did this in like 3 seconds. Grab an old cardboard box and just stick your little pine cones in it, and then just spray real quick on the top of them, and it just looked, I mean, it just took up the notch in less than 3 seconds. And on my tabletop, which I also did it to a couple little baby pumpkins. They're still orange seam, you can see through, but just the tops, and they are so cute. I want to try all the color. There are lots of colors of the spray paint, so I want to try it. I put the link up there too for you, so you can see what I'm talking about. It's just glitter spray paint. There's like silver and turquoise, and I'm going to try them all. Okay, so I've got my little bowl of pine cones. This is another thing. This white milk glass is a great thing to look for at yard sales, flea markets, things like that. You can usually get them for really cheap, like $1. And any kind of white dish that's elevated, or a series of white vases, it just looks so nice. So grab these. I like to grab them when I can, when they're cheap, and then I figure out what I want to fill them with later. So I just put my pine cones there in the middle. And there you go. Let me get out of the way so you can see. You see how quick and easy that was? So went from pretty blah and boring, just made a vignette. And yeah, I thought about it a little bit beforehand, which you would be thinking about it too, but this is something that you can totally do. So think about your rule of odd numbers, keeping things odd. Your eye likes odd numbers more than even. Think about some symmetry if you like the look of symmetry. If not, I totally could have put some tall things on one side of the buffet and some little shorter things on the other to give an asymmetrical look. And then think about the contrast. So we're contrasting colors on my wall, as well as contrasting in textures with the chippy window paint, and then the clean line buffet. So just some things to think about as we work on vignettes. I'm going to try to show you more because I think people get really confused about them, and you don't have to be confused about a vignette. You just have to play around with it until you like it and you see what works. And furniture staging for your house is also a lot different than when you're selling furniture. So we'll try and go over that at some point too, because I think it's a little different. So I hope that was helpful. Get your dining room ready for company, or any room. You can work on a dresser or something in your living room too. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Just type them in below. Thanks so much for watching, and we will catch y'all soon. Have a great afternoon. Bye.